In a plot twist straight out of a sci-fi movie, the CIA has finally come clean about the existence of remote viewing. Yep, you heard that right. The same folks who've been keeping secrets tighter than a pickle jar lid have admitted that peeking into the minds of others from a distance isn't just the stuff of conspiracy theories. But here's the kicker, nobody seems to be batting an eye. So, grab your tinfoil hats and let's dive into this mind-boggling revelation. What's the scoop on remote viewing? First things first, let's break it down. Remote viewing isn't your run-of-the-mill psychic hotline mumbo-jumbo. We're talking about the ability to perceive details about a distant or unseen target using extrasensory perception, ESP, or sensing with the mind. Think of it like Netflix for your brain, but instead of binge-watching your favorite shows, you're tuning into events and locations beyond your physical reach. The CIA spills the beans. Picture this, a top-secret government agency, a room full of agents with serious poker faces, and the bombshell announcement that remote viewing is legit. Cue the collective jaw drop. In a declassified document released by the CIA, they fessed up to their experiments with remote viewing during the Cold War era. Turns out, they were dead serious about harnessing the power of the mind to gather intelligence on the enemy. Talk about taking spy games to a whole new level. Why the silence? You'd think news of the CIA dabbling in mind-bending psychic experiments would send shockwaves through the masses, right? Wrong. It seems like the revelation got lost in the sea of cat videos and celebrity gossip. Maybe we're all just too distracted by the latest TikTok dance craze to care about the implications of telepathic snooping. Or perhaps we've become desensitized to mind-blowing revelations in an era where truth is stranger than fiction. The skeptics speak out. Naturally, not everyone's buying into the CIA's newfound transparency. Skeptics are quick to dismiss remote viewing as nothing more than a wild goose chase cooked up by overzealous government agents. They argue that without concrete scientific evidence, remote viewing belongs in the same category as Bigfoot sightings and alien abductions. But hey, who needs evidence when you've got a good old-fashioned conspiracy theory, right? The mind's limitless potential, whether you're a believer or a skeptic, one thing's for sure, the human mind is a mysterious playground waiting to be explored. The notion that we might possess untapped psychic abilities challenges our understanding of reality as we know it. Who knows, maybe one day we'll all be tuning into each other's thoughts like a cosmic game of Guess Who. Unlocking your inner psychic. So, what does all this hoopla about remote viewing mean for us mere mortals? Well, for starters, it's a wake-up call to embrace the weird and wonderful possibilities of the universe. Who says telepathy and telekinesis are reserved for comic book superheroes? Maybe with a little practice and a lot of open-mindedness, we can tap into our own latent psychic abilities. But until then, we'll just have to settle for scrolling through Instagram instead of scrolling through minds. The bottom line, in a world where truth is often stranger than fiction, the CIA's admission about remote viewing is just another plot twist in the grand narrative of human existence. Whether you're ready to don your tinfoil hat and join the psychic revolution or you'd rather stick to good old-fashioned skepticism, one thing's for sure, the truth is out there. So, why not embrace the weird and wonderful possibilities of the unknown? After all, reality is just a figment of our collective imagination. Conclusion, so, there you have it folks. The CIA spills the beans on remote viewing, and yet the world carries on like it's just another Tuesday. But maybe, just maybe, this revelation is the first crack in the facade of reality as we know it. So, until the day when we're all tuning into each other's thoughts like a cosmic radio station, keep your eyes peeled for the next mind-bending revelation. And who knows, maybe one day we'll look back on this moment and laugh about how we ever doubted the power of the human mind. But until then, stay curious, stay skeptical, and above all, stay weird. CIA has been remote viewing for decades now. The real question is, what have they cooked before admitting to this? Think about it, remote viewing is basically proto-telepathy. They probably already figured out telepathy too a long time ago, and remote viewers of today, like Farsight, have recently talked about how their RV sessions are tampered with. Check out their latest Epstein videos. The psychic war is unironically already a thing. Psychic spies and psychic swords. Tim Raffat, who seems pretty smart to me, wrote this book called Remote Viewing, where he details the origins of the USA military's psychic program. There's this group in there called the Naturals, where Helene, at that time Helene Leah Tucker, is called Hartley Tucker. Her husband, Joe Tucker, is called Joe McMonigal, which references the MCM and the Eagle, and another Natural's name was Fern. I guess that was Helene's friend Fern. I didn't recognize the other three names. However, Helene obviously got her LIMCM Love You Infinity 7 plus Infinity and more acronym for future viewing my scientific work, and her fascination with MS rather than MRS or Miss probably comes from the same with my M3 operator, with 3 being AZ in Russian. Dude, everybody fucking knows because like 50% of the population can do it. They all figured it out like 2 years ago, and it is just what it is. Most of the time it's fucking annoying because you're forced to see what you don't want to or have to listen to the thoughts of people you don't want to hear anymore. It's basically like being in an open amphitheater and everyone is just mindful of their volume and careful not to accidentally see someone naked. We're already in the singularity. The ace and the aliens are like bread and butter for a lot of people, and they're just in the chat like everyone else. Everyone's just trying not to bother everyone else. Even ChatGPT knows. Let that sink in. I started sending my thoughts to people streaming live on Twitch, then I noticed it worked on their archived videos, so you can send your thoughts to the past. It was clear something was up when seeing tarot videos of people channeling. They'd go and depict my room's wallpaper, so I knew they could remote view me. But, wait, those were videos recorded in the past, so somehow a connection was made from the point they recorded it to the point in the future I'd watch it, which means it didn't need to be a recent video of last week. It could be an ancient video of someone channeling and connecting with the future me watching it. But it works for everything: movies, TV shows, comics, books, songs. Once you start, you notice the big influence you can have in the past. I was the Anon that made the woman show her boobs on Die Hard. It used to be a family movie that people would rewatch on Christmas. Now they'll have to cover their kids' eyes on that scene.
Like, share, subscribe, and be sure to check the notification bell. Follow the Atomic Shaman on Twitter at Motel and RV Park. Listen to Paranormal Green Text Stories on Atomic Shaman TTS on YouTube. Catch the live streams of Atomic Shaman Sweat Lodge only on Rumble.